welcome back to my channel. My name is Molly Malloy and I teach 5th grade in Southern California. Today I am going to be answering all your questions about my classroom library. Let's get started. Last week, you all submitted questions over on my Instagram account, so I will be answering some of the most frequently asked questions today in this video. If you have not yet, make sure you watch my video all about my classroom library organization. That'll be a good starting point so you can kind of see how I keep it all organized. Some of the most frequently asked questions are where I get some of the things you see in my classroom library, so I'm going to answer those first. The bookshelves are from IKEA. They are the Billy bookshelves and they are super sturdy, really good price in my opinion, and they've held up really well. Another question that was asked was about these book stands that we use to display books. They are from Joann's Fabrics several years ago, but I have seen them there recently. Another question I get a lot is about these read letters. They are from Target, but they are a few years old. This is the stamp that I use inside all my books so that my students know that they belong to our classromm library. It is from stampoutonline.com. I got it my first year of teaching, so it is running out of ink. I think I need a new one, but I just stamp it in the front cover of the book like that. If you are looking for more information about how I label my classroom library books with these Bookspine labels, you can head to my last video about classroom library organization, and I will walk you through everything behind why I organize books this way, and I will show you more about the labels, different options, and some tips that I use when I am putting them on my books. One of the common questions that I get is if I level my books, and if not, how my students are able to find books that are at the right level for them. So I am super passionate about this. I do not level my books. I know some of you are required to by your schools, and I am sorry, but I think it's really important that students are able to browse books and have conversations about how to choose a good fit book, how to find books that you're interested in, how do you make sure that it's a book that you can actually comprehend. Things like the book that your best friend is reading may not be the best book for you. So we really build that reading community and have those discussions at the beginning of the year. And so my students are really good at finding books that are a good fit for them without having levels on them. Also, I check in frequently with my students about the books that they're reading. And so I know through those conversations if it's a good fit for them or if maybe I need to help do some reteaching on how to find books that are a better fit. Another question I get a lot is about picture books. So I do not keep any of our picture books out on our shelves. I use most of our picture books for read alouds, or I bring them out to go along with certain units that we're studying, like in science or social studies. So our picture books are kept in a different section of my classroom. Behind our whiteboards, we have shelves, and that's where all my picture books are. I bring them out for the read aloud, and after I read it, then I keep it out for my students, usually for like a week or two, so that they can browse, reread it. And then once I see that they're done with it, then I put it back for next time. Along with the picture book question, people ask a lot about what the labels look like on thinner books. So I'm going to show you some of my informational books that have the labels on them. So these are my informational books, and you can see that there are a lot of books with thinner spines in this section. That's why the color of the labels is so great, because even though you can't necessarily see what's on the spine, you can still see the color, and so students are easily able to find books by color as well. Another question that I got a lot was about my checkout system, and surprise, I don't have one. I have tried it in the past. I've done everything from scanning all my books into an online system. I've had students try writing things out on note cards, and I just honestly found that all those systems, checkout systems, were super tedious and hard to keep up with. And I really wanted my students, the most important thing to me was just that they could find books that they love to read. So I've done away with all that. When they want to get a book from our classroom library now, they simply come, grab it, and take it back to their seats. Yes, I do lose books. I'm sure I lose a lot of books every year, way more than I even want to think about. But to me, it's worth it not to have this tedious system where students feel like they have to jump through a whole bunch of hoops just to read a book from our classroom library. So we do not have a system. At the end of every year, I beg and plead and send notes home asking them to check their desk, their backpack, their bedroom, any place that our books could have possibly ended up, and that if they find those books, to bring them back to our classroom library so that we have them for next year's students. Another question that I got a lot of is what grade level that this system would work well for. I have heard back from teachers who have used it from as low as first grade and up to, I don't even know, middle school. And they've all found success in the system. I will say that at the lower grades, a lot of the teachers who use this system have also had some sort of books arranged in baskets by genres or by topics for their students. So they've had like a mix of both things. But I have seen this and heard back from teachers who've used it successfully in their classrooms, like I said, as low as first grade and all the way up to really any grade. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I will see you next time.